What is up, people? So today I got a big job. If we could do it in one day like we should be doing, then it would be I would think it would be my probably like biggest day in junk removal when it comes to revenue. I know I had that YMC clean out, which was $2,500, but it did take us 2 days because, as always, no one ever wants to work, so it's so hard for me to find a good group of people that want to work. But this job isn't as big, and I do have one buddy coming to help for 3 hours. It's just a house clean out, and I kind of feel like I bidded it pretty decently. I remember that YMCA clean out was 2 full loads out of that 26-foot box truck, and I'm thinking this one's probably only 1. And I quoted it at $2,000. So for $500 less, I think it's gonna be half as much of stuff. Hopefully, I don't know. I'm so bad at the quoting part. I always get it off, but we're always profitable, so it don't matter. We're still working on it. But with that being said, and that big of a job, guess what we're hopping into today? That's right, the big dog. Loading her up. All right, here we are. 8490. We are cranking this thing into the smallest driveway, so this is gonna be interesting. Hopefully there's no sprinkler heads because I might have to cut it into the grass. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, he was saying none of this stuff was going, but now they're open. I don't know what to tell him. What? I don't know if we're doing the sheds, but all of this.
Repaint, that's got to come down, that's going to leave holes.
Some stuff in there, another bed. Decent amount of stuff. And a kitchen. About an hour in. Oh, this might be a 2-day ordeal. I wish I had more than 2 kids helping. Got a Ryobi table saw back here. I might have to hit the resale list. Some more tools in here. Ooh, what's this? This looks expensive. When? Huh. But yeah, coming along, but taking a while. All right, as you can see behind me, I don't know, what's that? A little under half, and we are definitely probably not halfway done, so as expected, as always, might have underestimated this one a little bit, but still gonna be profitable. Kind of raining right now. That's making everything wet and soggy, which sucks. And the backyard's got a bunch of crap in it. That's like super waterlogged wood. So I'm gonna have to get this thing back to the storage at 5. So that means I gotta leave here at least 3:30 to give me time to go to the junkyard and unload this, which will probably take like an hour because it's just so much little stuff. And then hopefully make it to U-Haul at 5 o'clock, and then probably tomorrow just come back with just a trailer and just finish up with just my trailers, because this should get a big majority by the time we get this like almost full. I'm thinking at least I want it to be like 3/4, but yeah, that's what we're looking like right now. I'll give you a bit of an angle view. This isn't a 26-foot box truck, so that's a lot of junk. But a lot of the inside is looking good. Like we already cleared out a room and a half. Ooh, holy cannolis, we are rolling. You guys, give you a little house tour real quick. It is 122, started at like 9:35. Backyard's still a wreck. Not good. Yeah, I'm getting a video of what we did. Probably keeping that. That thing's close to full, and we still got a nice little scrap pile going on. He did say he wants to do these now. I told him another like $100 a shed, we could do it. Since we're already pulling like hella stuff we could resell out of it. Probably a lot of bagging. And then a bunch of clunky crap. So yeah, as you can see, got like the 26-footer almost all the way loaded down. I mean, we didn't get it like really packed down to the roof like we should have. I was really trying to tell them, like the boys I was working with, Try to make sure you're getting it to the roof before it starts coming too far forward. Sorry about this lighting, it literally makes me look like I'm dying, but yeah, face is covered in dirt. Obviously been doing this all day, but as you can see, we still got a pretty decent amount left. And I don't know, I gotta need to figure out how much cubic yards are in that 26 footer and then like really think about if my quote was accurate or not. But if I had to guess at the moment, I'm probably like 500 bucks short on what I should have quoted this. Tons of resellable stuff. I mean, look, flat screen there. There's another 70-inch flat screen in the other room that's works, already plugged in, and those two items alone right there is an extra 100 bucks and a little bit more. So we're getting places, things are coming along. All right, I would say that thing's pretty jammed. All right, so we are on the way to the dump. I honestly thought I would get like 90% of that job done with one of these big old box trucks, but it's probably only like 75% done if you count like the backyard. And there's definitely a few more big pieces of furniture, so that's kind of annoying. Talked to the homeowners and I was like, yeah, we got to get this truck back by 5. You guys prefer us to go drop this truck off since our rental time's about up and then come back with our own equipment and try to get a lot more done today and probably work till like 6 or 7? And they're like, no, you guys killed it today. You did so much, got so much done with only 3 people in 4.5 hours. Let's just start again tomorrow morning. They're like, there's really no rush. And I was like, down low key, I'm like, oh, I really thought I would get this job done in one day, but I might have if I had like 4 or 5 people and I rented the truck for 12 hours, but I only rented it for 9 hours. Oh, look at this guy just pulling out right in front of me. Yes, that's the plan. Unfortunately, I didn't get it done in one day, so it's not going to be the biggest revenue day in junk removal ever, but we're going to the dump now. I'm interested to see what this dump fee is because this thing is loaded down, and usually my dump fees are pretty cheap, but today it might be a little pricey, so see you at the dump. All right, at the dump, just backed her in. $140 deposit. That is up there for sure. We are clocking in at, what's that, 18,000 pounds. That's a lot of crap. What do you say we're in, like 20 minutes? Honestly, it did not take that long to unload. We are, a lot of stuff though. Almost done. I wish I checked what time we started, but it has not been that long. Supposed to, but this man's got a collection going on. Nice husky box. Woo! A little update on Carlos's rig. Looks nice since the last video. So we're almost done.
Tap on there. Hey there.
Thanks. Thank you. Woo! All right, that is a day. I'm gonna wrap things up tomorrow. And if you were curious, it was only 4,700 pounds. I was surprised. So dump fee was only $101 or $105 and 49 cents. Sorry about the radio in the background. And we are, I would say like, I want to say like 75% done, and not really on volume, just because like most of the stuff left is in the backyard. I know that's gonna be time consuming, but like 80% of the stuff is out of the house. But I might just bite the bullet and rent this thing again tomorrow, because if I don't, I feel like there's like 3 loads left maybe tomorrow. And with 2 guys working with me, I'm gonna be running the clock so much longer if I have to go to the dump, back and forth, back and forth. Also paying for gas while I'm paying people, 2 kids on the clock. So it's almost worth it for me to just rent this thing out again tomorrow and not spend as much on gas, and just probably spend just as much and not have to make a bunch of trips. Little tip, when you rent a U-Haul, put it packed exactly where it was when you rented it, because they literally will charge you like $10 or something a gallon for every gallon that you brought back missing. So always put the money back in your U-Haul. It's 4:23, so I got a little under 40 minutes to get this thing back. I'll just see you guys in the morning and figure out what the plan is. Yo, good morning people, we are back. So as you can see, I decided the U-Haul was only 80 bucks. I don't know how that came out. I thought it was gonna be like 150. Yeah, 80 bucks, and there's, like I said, there's probably like 2 or 3 loads left, so I was like, screw it. I'm gonna have 2 people on the clock and running back and forth from the dump. I'm gonna waste several more hours doing that, so there's really no point when I can just save so much time and pretty much pay the same amount to use the U-Haul again. So we're here. But look at this. Look at this. Look at this, how they got this parked. And I gotta go check the gas right now. Look. You kidding me? Oh my gosh. Like if I wasn't skinny, imagine if I was like a 300-pound guy going through there. got to check in with the online check-in for the truck. Then we're waiting on one of my buddies to get here. Then we're off to the job. All right, say hi.
Hey, step right up.
Just snagged two, what do you say? Two $300 TVs. Not too outdated. Back to business. Yep.
He's coming.
All right, let's get a little update here. Been raining, so I haven't been doing much filming. But let me wipe the fog off. She is filling up. Backyard's almost clear. Got a nice scrap pile running. Hopefully that's $100. Inside, just some bagging. That room's empty with some stuff on the floor I need to bag. Almost empty. Almost empty. I want to keep that. That's the only reason we haven't moved yet. Hang on. I don't know. And then backyard. Oh. Got that back corner over there pretty filled. I think that's staying. Back balcony is pretty clear. So is this back deck, hoses and stuff. And they're clearing out the sheds now. That's pretty much the whole backyard. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Not sure yet, but it's getting places. I don't know why my lens keeps fogging up. Yeah, but this U-Haul is gonna get full again. So kinda underdid it a little bit, or underbid it, I guess would be a better way to put it. But I'll still be profitable. I guarantee it when I add up the numbers at the end of this, I'll still be well over $1,000. Especially the scrap pile is pretty decent. But I'm gonna have to come back because we have a U-Haul, so that's kind of crappy. But yeah, that's where we're at. Hopefully we can wrap things up here within the next hour and a half. Can't believe that thing got that full again. That's crazy. Yeah, and then still another thing of scrap. It's a pretty big pile of scrap. That's a wrap. Looks good. Bathroom, all the drawers, whole room, not bad. Show you guys the back real quick. Oh yeah, got absolutely torched by a wasp and sliced my finger open. Well, I already have another slice. Not feeling the best, but you know, we'll get by. All the rest of the stuff you see staying, but everything that he wants gone is gone. I'd say we did a pretty good job. It's 2:28 and we started at 9:30. So about, I don't know, like 2 6-hour days, I would say. That's empty. That's where the wasp literally tore me up. And now we have this big pile of scrap I gotta come back for. But I'll just do that with my own truck. Whew. Looks good. What would that be? $220, $150 tip.
Little Cheez-Its.
Fortunately, I have to share it with these bozos. No, I'm kidding.
Look at that barn.
Off to the dump. See what the dump fee is. Hopefully it's not 300 pounds because I feel like this load's pretty heavy. A lot of outside wet stuff. Let's just get there. All right, Big J, let's get a move on. Whoa! Take it easy. Oh, getting this running. I'd say that's almost half.
968, thank you.
Thank you. Wow, I can't believe that one was cheaper. We'll talk about it in a minute. Well, just dropped off the U-Haul and just obviously left the dump in that last clip. I have the receipt right here. One sec. Let's just go over the receipt real quick and I'll talk about the U-Haul. But yeah, receipt was $99.68, so a little bit cheaper than yesterday's. Honestly, I thought, I guess. We started with the front of the U-Haul, not as piled up because I had some TVs in there I didn't want to crush, so I guess it wasn't as full as yesterday, but there's a lot of heavy stuff from out back. Waterlogged, pallets, junk like that, so I was honestly thinking this one might be more, but 99 and yesterday's full load in that U-Haul was 105, but holy, I can't believe we got 2 full U-Hauls. I almost didn't rent it today. I was like, I could probably just make like 2 or 3 trips in my trailer. No, it would have been like 4 probably. And it would have taken all day because we would have been running back and forth to the dump. And I would have had 2 kids on the clock, so I would have just been way less profitable rather than paying like $80 for the U-Haul for the day. Oh yeah, U-Haul, I forgot a broom both days. Both days I forgot to bring a broom and throw it in the U-Haul to like sweep it out at the end of the day. We got lucky at the dump yesterday with Carlos. He didn't let me borrow his room, but today we didn't get so lucky. No broom. Brought it back a mess. I had a mop in there, but like obviously a mop's not as good as a broom. And I tried to get a lot out, but like, yeah, and I pulled up at the U-Haul place returning it. He's like, oh, you look pretty dirty. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, what's the deal with that? What's the upcharge if my rig's dirty? And he's like, well, usually it's like 25 bucks. And I'm like, oh, that's not terrible. I thought maybe it could be more. He's like, honestly, though, we're not busy. I can clean it out for you. I was like, oh, it's like, sweet. So I don't think he's going to charge me, but he kind of said that before he seen the tempered glass that was like all over the place. And I told him if he needs to charge me, he can charge me. So there might be a $25 upcharge on my U-Haul today. It don't matter. We got a tip on the job and everything, and obviously I'm gonna split that with my boys at work. But we're still not done. I'm going back now. Got the trailer on the back, and I'm going to pick up all the metal, and I'm gonna have to bring that to the scrapyard tomorrow, so I'm not gonna be able to finish the video today, but with the power of editing, you guys are gonna be able to probably see this whole job within a 10-minute video. I don't know, maybe 15. Oh, geez, that goes pretty far back. I'm gonna make it my mission to fit all that in this small trailer. I really need to upgrade, honestly. I mean, I love the trailer, but I need to add a foot around the top. And if I add a foot to this ramp, it'll also make the ramp not sit as steep, because obviously there'll be another foot. So that would be nice, because make the ramp even easier to get up. Got it. They said I couldn't do it, and I did it. Look at this hand, dude. That thing is tore up. That's the scrap. It is a day 6:21. I usually never work this late, so I'm gonna head home because scrapyard's closed, so I can't bring the trailer there now. I'm gonna have to do it in the morning. Talk to you then. Good morning. Yes, I am sick. Oh, I might smoke that cone. Oh, got it. But we are pulling in the scrapyard now. We're not letting this cold hold me back. Kind of feels like a sinus infection because I cannot breathe at all. But we're here. Time to empty this trailer, and I'm kind of excited because this is probably one of the most packed metal loads ever brought here. So let's see what we get. All right, a little before. So pile starts there. And that is after. A lot of small pieces, so it might not be a ton of weight. Wow, I honestly thought this would be more. 118. Whatever. It'll do. It'll cover a little over half of our dump fees, and that's why it is worth it to save your scrap metal. And if you have to do what I did, you're running a big box truck, you have to come back after you're finished with the job to pick up the scrap metal, I would say it's worth it. As long as the job's not obviously like 40 minutes away or something, then it might not be worth it, especially if you're driving a big gas hog. Job is complete. Now just see you guys back in the studio to look at the numbers and see how profitable we were. All right, first things first. Check out this mic setup. Tell me this ain't the coolest thing in the world. I got this, I'm mic'd up. I'm literally wirelessly mic'd up. Yes, the Rode setup. Got it finally. You see it on TikTok all the time. People run this setup. I could run it in here. Wouldn't even know it's there. Light, but I don't even mind. It looks kind of sick on the chain, and it's better than it pulling on my shirt. But yeah, that's the new mic setup. Let me know, guys, think and how it sounds right now. Anyways, let's hop into some numbers. But right before we do that, I'm just going to say, get this off my chest, because I know it's going to be all in the comments. That job was underbidded, for sure. And just to give myself a little, defend myself, I guess you could say a little bit here, is another guy came in and bidded it at $2,500, so it doesn't make me feel as bad. But if I were to take how many cubic yards I actually filled in the U-Hauls and compared it to my trailers, and what I normally charge per trailer load, I could have bid that job at $4,000, and it still would have been like a pretty fair price, or maybe a little bit towards the higher end, obviously, but like I could have bid that job realistically at $4,000. But we know, I haven't done a bunch of big jobs yet. I'm getting a lot better at quoting like my trailer load when I'm going to just do a trailer load or do a half trailer load. Like I'm getting a lot better at bidding smaller jobs, but the big jobs I'm still working on. I really thought that was going to be like 5-6 loads. And looking back at it, like that would have probably filled my trailer close to 10 times. We're working on it though. Anyways, let's hop into some numbers. Got my calculator over here, so I haven't even looked at how much we've made yet. Profit-wise, we will do this together. All right, I need to do this quick because this is like my third take doing this. The other Rode mic died. I haven't really charged them since I bought them, so they didn't come fully charged. But anyways, oh, and I put it on the shirt because I noticed it did kind of sound weird clinking around on my chain. We'll figure them out as we go. We'll get them more dialed in. But for the numbers, so we're just gonna do this quick. Like I said, $2,200 is what I charge for the job. I'm not gonna worry about what they tip me just because I split that with my employees and it's going to make things more complicated. So we're going to start at $2,200. Our first expense is dump fees. So all the dump fees combined came out to $206. Second expense is going to be U-Haul. So both rentals combined came out to $175 worth of expenses we spent on U-Haul. And then our final expense is employee fees, so how much I paid out to my employees for working over the 2 days, and that total expense came out to $305. So once you subtract all those from $2,200, you get $1,514. But wait, we have what we made from scrap metal, so this is going to help out a little bit. So once you add $118 we got from scrap metal, you get a new profit margin of, can I get a drum roll here? $1,632. I mean, you definitely can't complain. Majority, about probably like 90% of the world doesn't even make $1,600 in 2 days. But I'm not doing that consistently, so I can't really say I'm making that kind of money either. All I'm really trying to say is that that's a good 2 days of work. But like I was saying earlier, I should have started at quoting that job at $3 grand at least. I could have quoted it at $4. And if it wasn't in a cheap neighborhood and maybe it was just someone got a quote from someone else for 42, maybe I would have landed that job for $4 grand. Who knows? Well, actually, I know, because someone actually came in and quoted the job for $3 grand. Then they tried to go down to 25, and they still didn't get the job because my dumbass came in there and quoted it at $2 grand even. But you live and you learn. I'm getting better at these big jobs. I'm definitely getting good at the whole renting a U-Haul thing real quick and just getting more comfortable doing it. So as we go, we'll learn to quote those jobs a little bit higher, because I left some money on the table there. But like I said earlier, $1,600 for 2 days worth of work and probably like 12 hours, 13, 14 maybe total. Not complaining. But yeah, that's all I got for this video. As always, if you guys want to help me out and hit the like and subscribe button. We are almost to 6K. I think we're at like 5,500. Slowly chirping towards that 10 goal mark. I just can't wait to get the subscription number to a double digit. I mean, well, like double digit in the thousands, because I feel like that makes you a little bit more legit. Oh yeah, and update about JunkCon. They are setting me up a booth, and I'm gonna have a backdrop. I don't even know what to do with myself. I'm gonna be there. I'm just gonna be sitting there all weirdly. So if you want to come and talk to me about something, I ain't no genius, so don't hit me with the most complicated questions in the world, but I'll be at JunkCon, sitting at a booth, probably with some homies and stuff. If you guys want to meet me, feel free. Walk up to me. I'm not gonna bite. Maybe. Depends how I'm feeling that morning, but that's all I got for this video, so I'll see you guys next one. Peace.